If you're having trouble making a beautiful female Nord in Oblivion Remastered, then you may have come to the right place. Here I've worked to soften the features to make the in-game female Nord more fair and beautiful. In this video, we'll go over her entire face preset, setting by setting, so you can use this for yourself or modify it to your liking for your own character. This is what we have for the female Nord. Now, I'll put on screen here, this is what she looks like by default right here. So here what I've done is worked with what we could with the Nord features, make her prettier. She's definitely still very Nordic in appearance, which I guess that's fine, right? She is a Nord after all. But I've worked hard to soften some of the angles. She has kind of a wider like temple. Kind of some features of the female Nord face kind of lean toward a more like male kind of facial structure, and I worked hard to get rid of that and try to make her a little more feminine. So let's have a look here at our Nord female. I'll show you all the features, all the sliders, all the colors, and try to give some of the stuff behind what I did here with her. I think she looks all right. There's still like angular features on her face, and I've shown you some of the footage, some of the after footage, and we will go outside after this, but I've already shown you some of that. What I'm saying is I'll pop some of the pictures up here. Look at some of the pictures. Look at when the light hits her face. She has like angled, it's like built into the Nord, I think. You know, it could just be me. It looks like it's almost built into her face to be a little more angular. Anyway, she still looks beautiful, I think. Here's here's everything behind it. So let's start from here. Body. I darkened her skin a little bit to right here. Number 23 is where I darkened her skin to, just to get kind of some kind of complexion. All right, let's go ahead. Just work this way. So, all right, starting from the top, brow. Here's our settings for brow. Messed around with that a little bit, obviously. So go ahead and you can go ahead and pause this and write those down, or if you have this on your second monitor, just go ahead and pause that and put those in. Right, so cheeks, it's going down the list. Mess with her cheeks a little bit. A lot of it was, yeah, trying to even out the, if you look at the female Nord by default, it does look like they kind of have wider temples than the rest of her face. I worked with the cheeks and the head shape in general to take that out and try to get a more feminine face. I think we did. So anyway, talked long enough. There's the settings for this. Moving down to chin, worked with that a little bit. As you can see, we changed about 3 things here. So we have for her chin, settings, eyes. I think her eyes look nice. Her eyes, I think, look very nice. I sized them down a bit, as you can see here, and moved them down a bit, sized them down a bit. I found overall with the characters in Oblivion, you can make them look more realistic by sizing down their eyes. I mean, generally, every one of these faces I've done, I think that's been the case. It certainly is the case here. Here, we've actually did use this bar to some effect. I haven't before, but I think it went really good with her eyes here. It just kind of helped. Changes the focus of her face by moving her pupils out a little bit. It changes kind of where the focus is when you look at her face. Anyway, it's that screen right there. Looking at her face, here we did a few things. You can see here, I slid this bar pretty far this way. Yep, trying to soften her face a little bit. And I think we did that. Yeah, so here's the face settings. All right, moving on down to forehead. Move this a little bit, mostly in the interest of reshaping her brow. Trying to get her eyebrows look good. So we did that there. Jaw. Jaw was a little hard. I felt by default the female Nord has a very weak jaw. And trying to make it stronger but not manly was, well, I think did a pretty good job here. Of course, these are all just base settings. I hope you guys like this. I think she is a great deal more attractive than the female Nord. However, I have not seen them side by side. You are right now, or previously in the video. I guess I will in editing. I'll see them side by side. Yeah, so we'll see. But these are base settings to work off of. All right, so mouth. Here's the mouth screen. So here's these values here. And then I'll scroll down on this in a second here. So there's the top half of the mouth settings. And there's the bottom half of the mouth settings for you. All right, and now nose. So here's the base settings right here. And for the middle settings, right here, bridge and nostrils right here. Female Nord nose by default is very perky and pointy. So worked a little bit to kind of normalize it a little bit more. So here's the middle screen, the bridge and nostrils. Let's move down to the bottom of the nose, the Celian. There's these settings here. So we did with our nose. So that's all the base sliders. Now let's go to tone here. Now for the eyes, it starts you off with these eyes here, which I feel are just actually, you know what, it doesn't look bad. I turned those eyes off almost immediately because they're kind of too light. I gotta say that doesn't look bad, but I'm running these right here. I think this is, yeah, these are the eyes I'm using. Still blue, but this one right here. Okay. Now for skin, no skin tint. These are the sliders I have here. I just move them ever so slightly. It's easy to overdo this. The blush and the flush cheekbones. And then moving down to makeup, I believe I left her lipstick color default. Yep, just the first one there. And I turned it up just a few points, just a little bit. For the eyeshadow color, I'm using the same one I used with the female Breton right here. And yeah, I feel that one works really well. Okay, now looking at her hair, of course, we all know the hairstyles suck. I'm using this one because, well, I haven't used this one in one of the any of the Oblivion face videos that I've done. You can check my channel and see the different videos that we've done. Haven't used this one yet. Also, I think it looks decent on her. I think it does. By default, let's see, which one is this? It's this one right here. But obviously use whatever you want, and well, use whatever you want in any of these settings, of course. This one could make this one look good, but this hairstyle is used quite a bit. Anyway, so using this hairstyle, I made it long. And for the color, here's the thing. The Nord starts off with blonde hair by default. I changed it, and then when I changed it back, the hair was dark, and that's just a thing. It's actually I'm not mad about that. It's actually very handy because it allows you to give your characters black hair. If you didn't know that, you can change it to over here on both the root and the tip color, change both to this color or something, this one for sure, and then change it back to this, and your hair will be black. Which is cool because otherwise there's no other way to get black hair. So it's all very well and good. The thing is, what I'm saying is I did this on her and I lost her blonde hair color. So what I did was this hair color right here, it works pretty good. Choose whatever hair color you want, but I chose this same color right here for the hair root and the hair tip color both. It's a decent blonde. Yeah, so that's why I'm just saying that's why I didn't use her default, because once you toggle off of it, you can't toggle back onto it. And again, I'm not complaining about that. It's the only way to get black hair. So I didn't touch any of these. Didn't touch that. So that, I believe, I've missed some things in these videos before, so let's hope I didn't miss anything. I don't think we missed anything. So let's go check her out outside. Of course, I've got footage of that already, but we're going to go out here. So that is the female Nord. Again, she's not terribly different from the starting one, but there's not a whole lot you can do. See, there's a lot of features you can really tweak a lot, like for instance, nose and mouth, among other things. But brow and eyes, really not at all. There's not much you can do. So you kind of have, you have to work with the Nord eyebrows and eyes. Probably the most distinctive features of a face are the eyebrows and eyes, and those you can't change the shape of at all. You can only change their positioning and their size. So, oh wow, she looks pretty decent here. Wow, this is kind of like better than what I got when I came out here earlier. It all depends on the weather, I guess. Yeah, so this is a really, really good shot of how she looks. The light can hit her in really angled ways, as I probably showed earlier. Here you can kind of see the blush come out of her cheeks, and of course now the fog is setting in to ruin our view, but that's okay. So guys, be sure to tell me what you think down in the comments below. A lot of y'all wanted to see a female Nord. I don't know if it was that you wanted to see her as much as you were daring me to try because it was hard. Yeah, this one I definitely had to work on a bit and then put down and come back to. It was definitely one of those that I kind of gave up for a moment and came back to. But I think we got her looking decently good. So be sure to tell me what you think in the comments below. But that's it for now. Our female Nord here. And yeah, we got really good lighting when we came out here. So, of course, it changes. You know, it can definitely change with the weather and stuff like that. But here you go. All right, guys, I'm Dark Deli. I'll catch you guys next time. Peace.